Hello everyone, Rohan here, and today I'm really excited to share the behind the scenes and the making of our new workstation. This is something which I have been planning for a long time, and the day has come. This is mostly focused on the content creation, basically the photo and video editing workstation, and I'll be walking through each and every component which we have selected and the reason for selecting it. All the details will be shared. I'll be going through it step by step, and we will be sharing a couple of behind the scene videos in the making of it as well. Okay guys, we have Karthik and his team here to set up the system. I'll be sharing their contact details as well in the description. You can very well contact them. They are amazing assemblers for the PC. They have in-depth knowledge. They will suggest you what is good, what is bad for you. They will not unnecessarily push costly products to you. So there are so many good things you will learn from them. We have Ranjit, who is an amazing editor, with us today, who will be actually testing out the system as well. So yeah, let's start the installation rolling. So we have chosen the Ryzen 9 5950X processor, which is a 16-core 32 threads processor, and the reason for selecting this processor is that it's blazing fast, and we wanted something which can reduce our rendering time, the export times for the photos and the rendering time for the videos. The motherboard which we have chosen is the ProArt X70 Creator Wi-Fi series. The reason for choosing this motherboard was it is basically focused on the content creators. It has a large number of ports, especially the Thunderbolt port, which has been introduced in these motherboards along with the Ryzen processors. So that's something which I definitely wanted in our system. It gives us the flexibility to connect through the Thunderbolt port, transfer data at a faster rate. Plus, it has a lot of ports when it comes to the USB 3.2 Gen 2 and Gen 1 ports. It has a lot of options in there. See, the other reason for choosing this motherboard was I don't believe in upgrading the system frequently. So this had 4 slots for the RAM, and the 2 RAMs which we will be putting in will be 32 GB, making it to 64 GB in total, and the other 2 slots will be available for us for future upgrades. So this motherboard supports up to 128 GB of RAM, and we will be definitely upgrading it to that potential whenever required. We are using the Corsair DDR4 32 GB RAM, in total 64 GB, which is 3600 MHz. We are using Samsung 2 TB capacity 980 Pro series. This has a read speed of 7000 Mbps, which is great for our photo and video editing work. It also has a consistent and reliable performance across the board. Okay, coming to the most important component of this whole build, that's the graphics card. It's a GeForce RTX 3080 OC 12GB graphics card. It's a tough series, and the reason for choosing this one was, again, like I told, we don't believe in upgrading the system every year or probably in next few years. We believe in using the system for a longer period of time, and that was the reason we went with the 3080 series. People who are looking for systems which are mostly photo editing specific, they need not to invest this much in a graphics card. They can very well do it with a basic series. Maybe a 3060 will be more than enough for all their photo editing work as well as their video editing to a certain extent. If you are planning to go with full-fledged 4K video editing where there are multiple layers involved in your video editing software, at that point you might need a bigger graphics card like a 3080 or a 3090. There is a difference in editing the videos for, say, YouTube. Suppose if you are using video footage at a 1080 resolution, probably will be having 1 or 2 angles. If you are shooting a video for the YouTube, you might not be having those many layers. So in that case, I would not recommend going ahead with such a high performance graphics card. Even a 3060 will be good enough for that requirement. But if you're looking for bigger productions, as in there are multiple layers, mixed footage of 4K or probably a bit of 8K, which is now slowly picking up, then definitely you need a powerful graphics card like this one. For the cooling of the CPU, we are using the Master Liquid ML360L V2, which is having 3 RGB fans. This is a great cooler from the Cooler Master, and it fits perfectly in our cabinet. And for the power supply, we will be using the MWE 850 V2 by Cooler Master. Now this is having an 8 watt of power output, and it has a fully modular setup which can be use. It gives you the flexibility of connecting different components very easily to this power supply. So the monitor which we have selected is the ProArt display by Asus. The model number is PA279CV. Now this is a 27-inch monitor. Broadly speaking, it's a 4K display monitor, and it has multiple technologies including IPS. It's a 100% sRGB accurate monitor. The mouse which we have selected is the MX Master 3. It's an amazing mouse. I love the ergonomics associated with this mouse, the way it has been designed. And see, the reason for choosing this one was mainly ergonomics and the flexibility, the options it has when it comes to the number of buttons and options which are embedded in this. Even the accuracy of this mouse is pretty good. This is specifically designed for the content creation. It's not a gaming mouse. So anybody who's considering to buy a mouse, they should not buy this mouse for their gaming purpose. This is the cabinet I was talking about. I was very excited and there are multiple reasons for me choosing this cabinet. It's a Corsair 5000D Airflow cabinet. And as you can see, there are so many options. Even if you see this diagram, there are so many options for you to fit in the fans. The airflow technology has been very well done by by Corsair, and it gives you the flexibility to add up to 10 fans in total if you want to add, including the rear exit fan. So we are unboxing the cabinet. The box is really heavy and it's huge. Yes, so this is the cabinet. We have the operation switch on the top. We have two USB 3, a USB-C port, an audio jack, a reset button, and a power button. This is the glass panel. The color of this panel is not very transparent, so I like this one as I'm not a very big fan of RGB lights. And on the top you have a top grill. It has a filter behind it. This can be easily removed when you take it off. Then you have another side grill. This is optional, like when we'll open the cabinet, we'll show it to you. If you want to add additional 3 fans of 120 mm, that can be added here. From the front you have again one fan which is already fixed here. You have the option to add 2 more fans. So this is for the air intake. And when we go to the back, on the back panel you have another fan fixed. We'll try taking it off. So yes, so this is a filter. It's a fine mesh which they have given. Yeah, so this is a magnetic type. So if you just keep it sticks to the base. So there's a thumb screw which you can just open on the top and at the bottom. So you can see in the cabinet, this is this place where you can fit your motherboard. You have a prefix fan here. You have an option of adding 2 more. The entire cable management is done behind this panel, which gets opened from the other side. So this is the best part, and that was the reason why I chose this cabinet, because I wanted the entire wire system to be concealed. Okay, so this is the side panel, okay, and like the entire wire management can be done here. You have space for putting the hard disk. There's a dedicated slot given. You have a lot of cables and options given here which can actually pass through behind. Nothing will be visible from the front. This is actually the hub for the fans. You can actually connect all. Right now 2 fans are there which are connected on 2 points. The other ones can be added and connected to the same controller which is given along with the cabinet. So this makes it really useful in controlling the speed of the Corsair fans which are connected to it.
Here are all the specs for the components we have used in this PC build. I'll also be sharing the details in the description below. Feel free to drop in your queries in the comments below, and we will try to answer them to the best of our ability. Hope you enjoyed watching this video and found it useful. Hoping to meet you all in the next one very soon. Bye for now.